John, you know I love you at the table, brother.
Coffee break.
Always something coming out of this. Something to learn here.
This man named
sure.
Sun Tzu, he wrote the book The Art of War. Very, very famous book. You should read it. And one line he wrote said, "Let your movements be as dark and impenetrable as night, and when you fall like a thunderclap."
So in NCO training,
and, this is essentially tactics.
What we learn here is this is not just a code, simple Caesar's transposition or Monty Python transposition. I specifically design it off of Sun Tzu first, tie it into the Bible, Quran, and multi-index systems of ways to flank life. The code mission is something simple. When I, or anybody in this system says, come down like a thunderclap, it's E4. The first move inside of here is this chess game. When you see things out of that smoker pit and you have the reality of what gravity is here and it stops you. I need you to understand what is out there. These are simple transpositions of vector positions and places of fight where your enemy isn't. You know thyself, you know thy enemy. Look at your topology.
Nobody really knows where it is or what it is, but when you come to me at my work, my full-time job is firearms and tactics instructor.
I can't stop a nuke from coming in my door, but we all know the standards.
But out in public, just kind of
it's a simple throw a mulberry bush in the ocean. It's, you know, whatever those shiny values are. Look, profit is money. It's time. It's you with that shine on today. All that shiny inside here when somebody said, where do I go to get the answer? Cut down the time. Get this power of right decisions to implement that force through the wall. You know, when you look at a culture that believes in something like Delis de Mortes, how do you then integrate what stories we have in the transposition, the substitution, the Bernoulli's equations for the pressure gonna blow the cap off the house, suck it in through the wind over the top of this thing and the hurricane that rips the roof off because of the negative pressure in here. The building's faculties of it must stand forever. It was built by code. No matrix for the 200-mile-an-hour 2x4 coming in. Well, what if that was the equation I asked you to tear apart and find value for? If somebody's out there with a PhD or master's in derivative U, derivative I, they'll get out there and never give you one value. The introduction's on something that'll mass you out with so much information for MIT or any of these other values. Look, that's a great definition, but I know we have all sat in those classrooms. I know. When you're thinking about your MOS, when you're thinking about your home, you don't get that number, do you? You're not getting any matrix from it. And that's something we all share universally. I don't care what country you're in. That is priority number one calculation for the flaming graphing calculator spectrum of Dave's out here.
So it doesn't matter that you're 300 pounds,
you know, at these tables,
twisted steel and sex
3, 4, 5 conversations can come up.
If somebody catches you off guard,
let's not use that table. Let's use the generals. Let's use the war room. Let's use the board meeting every 5 minutes in front of the tread line. I mean, what do we do here? I mean, sometimes you should agree. I would agree. John would be in there. Yep. That doesn't make you not confident. Doesn't make this motherfucker bigger boss than you.
Now, for some of you, this is going to be
a transmission of energy here. Am I getting the right value plus one?
Difference of the mindset between
Am I not?
And the mindset between a tactician. I never want to let them see me coming.
Come on. We all know who the enemy is. Shit ain't the enemy. Same thing when you look at this unit of men, or this one over there, and we have no fucking value on any of their numbers other than the respect of something else that we have no control over here. Priority 1, lawful orders. Do we have a way to handle this problem in the simulator?
Hey guys, be sure to subscribe to my channel for future
I mean, why would it go off into anything else?
Something like a schedule.
No, people don't think about it, why it's not that way. Well, bosses hold their boot on your raises, chain of command can be violated, outside of the
scale
4-year
Saturdays
terms
or
or
something
votes
else
or
like that. So I'll be
standards.
giving
Hell,
you more
we got
scheduled,
conditionary
consistent
models
content.
of
Also, I'm interested in what you
impeachments,
guys want to
of negligence,
Also,
of
I'm
cases that
interested
bring
in,
down the
hearing what you
biggest because
guys
why?
would like
They
to hear about
failed
as well. So
FMA.
comment below.
All
Like,
day.
if you have a request, go ahead and give me a shout
Works
out. Be sure
uphill
to
down
include
this
your name
way.
and where you're from.
Clearly.
Thanks for staying tuned. Warrior Poets. Train hard, train smart.